Days before his graduation, 23-year-old Christopher Peterman should be preparing to accept his diploma. But instead, the Bob Jones University student says he is fighting for the degree he believes he's earned. And he says the popular Fox show Glee may be partly to blame for why he's not going to be graduating this weekend. Last week, the conservative Baptist school suspended him for one full semester. That's because he went over the 150 demerit limit for students. He claims, though, he was harassed, and that is what put him over the limit. Tonight, Fox Carolina's Greg Funderburg joins us live in the newsroom with the rest of the story. So, Greg, what happened here?
Well, Trent, you know, Christopher Peterman says he knew the standard rules at Bob Jones University when he signed this student covenant banning smoking, sex, and also watching television on campus. Tonight, he told me he feels he was targeted, but the school disagreed. Last Thursday, Christopher Peterman says he was getting ready for graduation, which was just over a week away.
I was sending my graduation announcements that day. I had them all ready. They were all ready to be put in the mail.
That's until he got called into a meeting and suspended from Bob Jones University.
I had no idea that this was going to happen.
He said he had to pack up his dorm room and find housing with someone off campus.
I'm not allowed back on campus, and if I return, they will call the police and have me arrested.
Peterman says the problem at the university began several months ago.
This all started last semester.
He started a group called Do Right BJU in November 2011 to support sexual abuse awareness on campus. He says the silent protest in December led to some problems. First, he claims he had to start attending counseling with the Dean of Men after Christmas break. He was required to read entire books of the Bible every day and write out devotions. Bob Jones students are allowed 150 demerits before being suspended from school. He says the demerits started small for things like not shaving, returning to his dorm room late, Facebook violations, and forgetting to make his bed. And then the infractions got bigger until he topped out at 170 demerits last week. But this student only claims less than half are legitimate.
But I would say about maybe 60 demerits.
Earlier this month, he got in trouble after a student reported him watching Fox's television show Glee off campus.
They said that the nature of Glee was so morally reprehensible, the content itself, not the show, not me watching a show, but they said the content of Glee itself was so wrong that they were going to give me 50 demerits.
Today I spoke with Bob Jones University and they released this statement, quote, "We do have our expectation of our students. They are listed in the handbook. They all signed the student covenant in the handbook. We expect them to honor the covenant in spirit and letter. We also do everything to help them succeed," end quote. Peterman did admit he violated some rules, but all he wants is to return to school, finish his exams, and graduate.
If Bob Jones would let me come back and finish my exams, I would gladly come back.
Christopher Peterman says he has appealed to the provost and he has not yet heard anything back. Now, coming up later in this newscast, I did ask him about, why did he continue to post on Facebook and Twitter, continue to watch some of those shows that they disagree with him watching according to the school standards. You hear what he has to say coming up later in this newscast. Trent?
Okay, Greg, certainly look forward to those answers. Now, obviously, he's not allowed right back now at the school. Will he ever be allowed to come back to campus and finish his degree? Is there a process for that?
Well, Trent, right now he's going through an appeal process to see if he'll be let back on campus sometime, hopefully within the next semester or so. But if not, he could go back before the board in January 2013 to see if he can go back to school and finish his last semester.
All right, Greg, reporting to us live in the newsroom. Of course, we'll keep you posted on what happens to Peterman. All day long, he joins us live in the newsroom with the very latest. Greg.
Well, Trent, Christopher Peterman told me that when he read the student handbook and he signed this student covenant pledging that he would not smoke, participate in any sexual activity, or watch any television on campus, he said he clearly understood the strict rules at Bob Jones University. Now, he claims administrators began harassing him after he started a group called Do Right BJU back in November. The group was started to support sexual abuse awareness on campus. Peterman claims the university didn't want him to have this group on campus and started watching him closely. Bob Jones students are allowed 150 demerits before being suspended from school. He says the demerits started small for things like not shaving, returning to his dorm late, and also Facebook violations and forgetting to make his bed. And then the infractions got bigger until he topped out at 170 demerits last week for watching shows like Glee and showing Insubordination. Today I asked him why he didn't stay quiet until after graduation and stop posting on Facebook and Twitter since he knew school officials were watching him.
I wasn't going to back down. I wasn't afraid. And the issue goes back to Bob, when they unblocked it, they announced that they wouldn't police students' accounts. I just didn't know that everything I posted they would find something wrong with. I didn't know that watching TV off campus was something that I would get in trouble for. So it didn't occur to me not to do it.
Today, school officials told me his suspension is until January 2013. He has already filed an appeal with the school. Now he's waiting to hear back to see if he'll be admitted back in school at Bob Jones University. Stay with Fox Carolina as we continue to follow this developing story. Reporting live in the newsroom, Greg Funderburg, Fox Carolina News.